Perfect.
Yes.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Jordan, and how you'll be participating in our AGM. If you have any questions or comments, you're going to throw them into the live chat on the YouTube stream. In order to use the live chat, you will need to be logged into a Google or a YouTube account. Feel free to throw comments or questions in at any point, and we will address them at the end of the meeting. Mike, I'll throw it over to you.
Great. So welcome everyone to Autism Dog Services annual general meeting for the 2016 year. Thanks for everyone who could participate, and Jordan, thanks for setting this up tonight so people could participate. So let's call the meeting officially to order. So calling the meeting to order, 7:40 p.m. Thought we'd start right off the bat just by introducing the board. Probably there's people out there that haven't seen us before or haven't had the chance to meet us. We haven't had the chance to meet them. So my name is Mike Craig. I'm the president of the board. My background is in nonprofit management, and I have a history with service dog work as well. Beside me.
My name is Nikki Dobbin. I'm a veterinarian, and I'm the vice president of the board of directors for ADS. Yeah, I've been involved in service dog organization since 2009.
Perfect. So we'll go over to Hussein. Why don't you start up next?
Sure. So hi, everyone. My name is Hussein. My background is in public accounting, where I worked on NPOs or not-for-profits and audits of those organizations, and so yeah, that's my background.
Perfect. Jordan, you want to be next?
Yes, my name is Jordan Pelkmans. I'm secretary of the board of Autism Dog Services. I am currently a student, graduate student in the Ontario Veterinary College. I study sheep and goats, which is not related to dogs, but still fun. I've been a puppy raiser with ADS since 2013, and I've been on the board for a couple of years now.
And then there's me. My name's Aaron Percival. I've been a service dog raiser since, I believe, 2012. I started in November for ADS. I've been on the board of directors since January of 2014. I'm currently finishing up my veterinary degree and will be done in May. So yeah, it's nice to meet everyone again. Hopefully we get some comments from people.
Perfect. And then Vicky, I'm sure people know you, but you might want to introduce yourself too.
Yep, I'm Vicky Speroni, now the executive director. In 2016, I started with ADS as the fund development manager.
Perfect. Thank you. All right, so moving on. We'll just go over some 2016, I guess, ADS highlights or program highlights. The board started fairly new in 2016 at the very beginning. Brought on a lot of new members. We had some turnover, which is kind of normal for a board anyways. Usually a couple of years, 2 to 3 years that happens. So 2016 was kind of getting focused on what ADS was doing, how we could improve things, what needed to be improved, what was working, what wasn't working. And as a board, one of the things we started to do was looking at our operating costs, which we were successfully able to reduce a bit by some reorganization. As well as other things we did was we got rid of some things that ADS didn't need anymore, like vehicle that looks costing us money and insurance for the vehicle, stuff like that. Another big thing that happened in 2016 as well was we had the transition from Doug to Dale. So Doug was the former ED for the organization and retired in 2016. And as a board, we had to hire a new ED, which was Dale. I guess one of the big highlights, too, that everyone would want to know is in 2016, we placed 14 dogs with families, which is great. We also looked at revamping our breeding program in 2016 to make it more efficient and to make it work better for ADS. In 2016, like Vicky said, she came on as the fund development manager, so we had a big focus on fundraising initiatives and grants. So we had some great grants that came through from TD or Unity for Autism, and Vicky had some very successful fundraising initiatives that she started, like the Parade of Pets and People, the Lottery Cash Calendar. We did the No-Show Ball, just to name a few, but I won't go into really too much more because I'm sure Vicky will talk about all those highlights later on. So that's some of the major highlights that happened in 2016. If anyone on the board can think of anything else they want to add, feel free. Perfect. So we'll move on next to the financial overview for 2016, which Sane will be taking care of.
All right, so I'll take over from here. I'm not going to go into detail line. The statements for the 2016 year are available on the website for ADS. But just to give a high-level overview, 2016 we had a deficit of $50,000 compared to 2015 of about $26,000. Revenues, which include our grants and so on, were largely flat year over year. But we experienced some transitional expenses, like Mike talked about, as well as some unforeseen kind of vet fees that resulted from having a couple large litters, as well as other unforeseen circumstances with a couple of our pups, as well as some higher program fees. 2016, we had some large grants. I'll let Vicky touch on those. In terms of wages and payroll and expenses, they're higher in 2016 versus 2015, largely due to that reorganization, some headcount rationalization, and those have actually decreased quite meaningfully into 2017, which is a positive sign. In terms of program costs and vet fees, I touched on those, and that's about it. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. We did go through quite a bit of changes in terms of our background accounting processes, so we've cleaned up quite a bit from that end. So I'm pretty glad with that, and it's a lot easier to kind of see what's happening from a financial perspective. So that should be quite beneficial to the organization going forward. And I'll pass it on to I guess Vicky with the rest of the program updates.
Perfect. Thanks, Shane.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. So I started at ADS on January 18th and just the fund development manager. So just to report, during my tenure in this position, I was successful in initiating some solid partnerships. One that, for example, Mohawk College, the program within Mohawk College called the Agency, we linked up to that organization, and we have had so many successful programs based on, we worked with the post-grad public relations students and the advertising students, and we continue to put our request for proposal in every year to work with marketing students, journalism, broadcasting, and TV and film. So fingers crossed that partnership continues to grow for us. And some of the highlights in regards to some of the new programs Mike has touched on, but we introduced for the first time a lottery cash calendar. And how that worked is we had a 30-day, 1-month cash calendar that would sell for $5 a sheet. And each day was worth $50 of a cash prize. And that went for the entire month. And it was really designed to assist our waitlist families with their fundraising, that we encouraged the waitlist families to help ADS in fundraising for the service dog for their child. And everybody felt very comfortable with it. It was very successful last year. And we were able to raise around $10,000. And that money sits in a lottery account, and that helped us out immensely, paying vet bills and equipment for the dogs and service jackets. So that was our first annual, and we've continued on with that. Also, we had a parade of pets and people that we started, and it was very, very successful. It was so successful, the weather did not cooperate and did try to rain on our parade, but we wouldn't let our spirit get down in any way. And we had budgeted to raise $35,000 in our first year of running that, and we actually came very close and raised almost $34,000. So it was an excellent event. At that event, we combined the graduation ceremony, was held immediately following the walk, and that was a great showing from our grad families and children that now are paired up with their dogs. We also had an excellent partnership established with SC Johnson and they actually sponsored an entire pup and also extra money for our programming, our workshops that we offer our waitlist families. So they donated over $27,000, and we have a very, very excellent pup named Johnson. Johnson has attended some of SC Johnson's events because that's part of our agreement, and met all the staff, and the staff are really, really engaged with the whole program. So it's been an excellent partnership. We also had a pup, Brooke, sponsored by an individual, and Brooke is still in training with us now. As well as we also have seen great engagement with our waitlist families that were very successful at fundraising throughout the year. And, you know, it ranged from dinner dances to lemonade stands, and then to virtual lemonade stands, bottle drives, garage sales, golf tournaments, and just a variety of other really creative ideas that the waitlist families got behind. And the larger grants that we received in 2006 were from Unity for Autism, over $22,000. And the Catherine and Maxwell Meehan Foundation, we got $25,000 from that program. And the TD Charity of Hope stands out as well, which we continue to reapply to all of those wonderful foundation and grants that are available to us. So that's kind of a quick look along with the no-show ball we initiated, and it's really creative. We had great feedback from corporations, monetary-wise, but also telling us how creative it was, and that they were happy to support Autism Dog Services. So that's the nutshell of 2016, and I was happy to be a part of it.
Perfect.
Mike, I believe your audio cut out briefly.
Yeah, we're trying to figure it out. Sorry, hold on.
All right, that should be better. Apparently not.
Mike, you need to mute your YouTube.
Well, it looks like Mike has had to log off to fix his technical difficulties, so we'll be back with you in a moment.
Yes, they're on their way back. Yep, just received a message. They're on their way back. Oh, there you are.
Yeah, we didn't have YouTube open. It was still creating that feedback, so
How strange.
I had to cut all my losses and just quit.
Sorry.
So, go to questions now.
I don't actually see any questions in the live feed, just a comment saying, thanks for doing this.
Oh, perfect.
All right, so I guess we should maybe give everyone a second to digest and catch up and post questions.
Again, this could be questions, anything about the organization. It doesn't have to be about the 2016 AGM. It's just a chance for anyone to that has any questions in regards to ADS or board of directors or?
Oh, yeah, sorry, we just got a question from an individual. It says, sorry, I was on the other stream, not realizing we were over here. Are the financials ready?
Yeah, they are ready, and they will be posted to site.
Mike, you cut out. Do you mind saying that one more time?
Yeah, I saw that. I kind of froze. They are ready, and they will be posted to our website shortly. Not a problem. So let's give us a couple more minutes, see if anyone else has any questions.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully no one's shy.
Vicki, while we're waiting for anyone to have any questions, did you maybe just want to talk about the current Christmas campaigns?
Oh, sure. Right now, well, it rolled out last week. We're doing "'Tis the Season to Give" campaign, and it was rolled out through social media and Twitter and Instagram, and it's we're trying this year instead of the no-show ball, because the no-show ball kind of phased off a little bit, but so far so good. We have donations coming in. And also a throw out mention to the ADS staff that work tirelessly and show their passion and commitment to the organization every day. Through the restructuring, we doubled up, tripled up on some positions. We're happy to have Helen now in Janine's absence on her maternity leave, looking after the puppy program and assisting with placements. And Kathy Jurchuk is doing advanced dog training, along with Allison resumed her client services director position as well as advanced dog training. And we have on staff now a bookkeeper that has done us very proud, Cindy Forty, on the all the bookkeeping and taking care of all the QuickBooks and getting the reports ready. So very, very pleased with the team we have, and including Janine. Here she is on maternity leave now with 3 small children, and she has offered to organize the online auction for us that will run February 26th to March 7th of 2018. So great people working tirelessly behind the scenes for ADS as well. And my thanks goes out to the board as well for initiating this annual general meeting tonight. Jordan for her technical skills. We've really appreciated you having them. No, they're more than just and
I tried.
And for the board support, thank you very much.
So there's another question here, Vicki. I don't know if you have the live stream open.
Okay, I do now. I would say that, my first reaction is, I think this is okay to do, Craig. Ultimately, we rely on the professional dog trainers to guide us, but you're dealing there with 2 grad dogs and 1 puppy in training. And you guys have had lots of years with Chester and Janice with Scout, and Deanna has Carlin, so it's a good mixture. we didn't have a lot of notice to put it up on our Facebook feed or our social media or address it with the advanced dog trainers. So I would like to still be able to do that. I got pictures that looked very good.
Carlin's such a cutie pie. Oh my goodness, I love him.
Well, I think we'll probably call this meeting to an end now. Craig, if you have any questions in the future, feel free to reach out to anyone on the board or Vicky directly. We're always here to answer any questions you may have. But I'm going to make a motion to adjourn the meeting. Seconder?
I will.
So Nikki seconded. All in favor?
Yep.
I think we are too. All right. Thanks very much, everyone who came out to watch. Again, I'm glad that you guys participated. And again, any questions in the future, don't hesitate to ask us. Okay. Thanks.
Thanks, everybody.
Good night.